This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Governor Casey today named a 20-year PennDOT veteran to head the state's highway department. Howard Salem of Harrisburg will be paid $65,000 a year once he is confirmed by the Senate. He is currently the acting transportation secretary. Today's move ended an effort by former Governor Thornburg to go outside of PennDOT to find leadership. Thornburg wanted to stop a long-standing practice of promoting PennDOT leadership from within. That system brought criticism of corruption in our state's highway department. Nolan?
Thanks to a judge's order, it was class time once again for 800 students of the St. Clair Area School District in Carbon County. Teachers in the district walked off their jobs 2 days ago for the third time this school year. That came after school board members refused to approve a contract that negotiators had hammered out. So a judge okayed a school board request to order the teachers back to their classes, but also ordered the board and the teachers to sit down and negotiate 3 times a week for at least 3 hours each session, until there is an agreement in the St. Clair district.
So weekend weather watches next with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark.
And the weekend is exactly what everybody's thinking about, I would assume.
Yeah. Some good weather, they hope. Yeah, well, part of the time.
Oh, part.
Weather charts show a little something coming down out of Canada. We'll talk about what's going to be happening here on Sunday when we come back. Now, you're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV. We're proud to serve Allentown and all of Lehigh County.
The next time you pick up some Pepsi, you might be in for a little surprise. The grand prize in Pepsi's Drive-Away Sweepstakes. A 1987 electronic fuel-injected V6 Oldsmobile Calais. Enter soon, or your chance to win will be gone.
It's worth driving 100 miles. Here at Kingston Armory, 7 of the world's leading automobile makers are together all weekend until Monday at 9 with special factory deals on Oldsmobile, Cadillac, Volvo, Toyota, Honda, Yugo, and Mercedes-Benz. Over 500 cars here at the World of Earthly's $7 million auto show and sale. Also, lowest prices of the year on hundreds of used cars. Amazing incentives, special financing, ethnic foods, cars in the air, cars walking on water. First area showing of the new Cadillac Alante. It's free at the Kingston Armory all weekend till Monday at 9.
And now out to the backyard, Tom Clark is standing by with the forecast. Tom?
Okay, Nolan, just a beautiful week of weather so far, and I'd love to say that it's going to continue for the next couple of days, but I don't think it will because we have a storm to talk about that's going to be coming down out of Canada. Not a big bad storm, but nonetheless, it will begin to have an effect the latter part of the weekend. A beautiful evening out back. A lot of snow has melted away. The moon is shining overhead, and let's check in with my first weather watcher tonight. Her name is Tricia Garwood, lives down there in Fleetwood in Berks County. 35 degrees in her backyard. Chrissy Yorko tells me it's 31 at her place in Harding, and Barbara Chittister in Hartford. That's up there in Susquehanna County. The cold spot at this hour, 25 degrees at her place. A view for you today from Skycam 16 showing ice flowing on the Susquehanna River just south of Wilkes-Barre. Now the ice is shallow, so there's no real danger of having any ice jams with the mild weather we've been having. 37 out back, 55% humidity. The wind is from the southwest now at 10 miles per hour, and the barometer is at 30.07 inches and falling. 41 and 22 the range today. I'll tell you, anything in the 40s is fine with me this time of year. 57 the record high, set back in 38, 35 and 20 1 year ago. Satellite view shows a lot of rain clouds down to the south, a storm system that is crossing Florida tonight. It will not be entering our weather picture. As you can see, the northern fringe of the clouds now up to the southern border of Pennsylvania, but the brunt of that storm system will be heading out to sea. Upwards to an inch of rain has fallen in some parts of the southeastern U.S. over the past couple of days. Record warmth out in the upper Midwest today, 58 at Aberdeen, South Dakota, and 63 in Lewiston, Montana. That is warmer up there than what they were having down in Alabama this afternoon. Now, here's what we have. We have a storm system up over near James Bay, and that should be passing by to our north tonight. I thought we'd cloud up a little bit this afternoon, but We'll put the clouds on delay just a bit. They will be moving in later on tonight. You can see the leading edge now coming in off of Michigan. And maybe just a scattering of flurries late tonight. That's about it. A little clearing behind that. We'll see some sun tomorrow. But this is a storm system that we're going to be dealing with on Sunday. It's now still 3,000 miles away, but the steering flow coming in out of Canada, and that should be diving down over the Great Lakes, that storm, Sunday morning. And it could bring some rain and snow. And that'll be followed by some colder air heading into Monday. Because look at the steering current winds up at between 10 and 30,000 feet. Nosediving down out of northern Canada, right on down over the Great Lakes. A shot of cold air coming in here Sunday night and Monday. But I think it's not going to last very long. This sharp wave of cold air should be moving off, and we may be trending back up above normal by the latter half of next week, even by Wednesday. But a shot of cold air on the way, but it won't be getting here until we head out to work on Monday morning. A half clear night tonight, the half moon overhead, and another cold night, but not too bad. 20 in Creamton, Wayne County, 26 in Swoyersville, the middle 20s in Allentown and Jersey Shore. Some clouds coming in late tonight, and the wind from the west at about 12 overnight. Sunrise time for tomorrow morning is 7:09, and the sun sets at 5:27. Clear this evening, and then partly cloudy late tonight. Maybe a passing flurry by daybreak, 26 out back. 40 tomorrow, or close to it. A partly cloudy Saturday. The wind won't be too strong at all, so that'll be the better of the 2 days this weekend. Sunday will start out kind of cloudy, and then I think some rain showers may begin to develop in the afternoon, changing to some snow by Sunday night. Should not be a whole lot, and then in the 20s for highs on Monday. So kind of a half-and-half weekend. Hope you enjoy it.
Okay,
We'll enjoy
Tom.
the good half, then.
Yeah.
Thank you. The Sports Watch is next with Albie Oxenreiter in for Tim Carlson and a former Phillies pitcher who might be hooking up with a new team.
Plus, Friday's hero tonight, a math man who pins down good grades.
When you're tired of eating the same fast foods over and over again, who are you going to call? When you get sick of waiting in line for that same old stuff,
Okay, that'll be 2 burgers. No, 3 burgers.
who are you going to call? When it's time to treat yourself to something tasty and healthy, call the Hunger Busters at Januzzi's, of course. With an oven on wheels, Januzzi's will deliver to your home 7 days a week. So who are you going to call? Januzzi's, the Hunger Busters.
We're going to pin down Albie and force him to do
Yes.
Friday's hero first because we don't want to wait.
That's right. A lot of people have been waiting for this moment. It's a dramatic moment in the week. This is a good one, though, a good story. This week's Friday's hero is a student at Wilkes College, and this week's Friday's hero is also a wrestler at Wilkes College. But Andre Miller caught Sports Watch 16's attention not because he does both, but because he does both so well. 21-year-old Andre Miller is the kind of student Wilkes College likes to talk about. Miller's a senior political science major, and last semester he qualified for academic All-American with a 3.9 grade point average.
I think schoolwork, to me, right now, is exciting, and I enjoy it because I've set a goal to really do well in school and go to law school, so I think that's helped me.
Anybody who works as hard as he does right here and in the classroom with that kind of motivation, he's going to be successful. I'm very sure of that.
Working towards a goal in the classroom is an individual discipline. It's you against the books. Well, here at the Wilkes College Gymnasium, Andre has found success in another area, the sport of wrestling. It's one more situation that he loves, that one-on-one challenge. And Andre accepts that wrestling challenge with equal enthusiasm. And in this case, that enthusiasm has paid off, bringing Andre 14 wins in 15 matches.
I think the reason we're 14-1 right now is because of what Andre's done. Every day in practice, he works harder than everybody else. When they leave, he stays and works, and he's not sacrificing his grades for it. He puts everything in proper perspective, but he's been a fantastic leader, and he's the reason where we are today.
Classroom, if you put in the time, usually things should work out. Wrestling, if you put in the time and you're not prepared mentally, then it's going to be hard to overcome in a tough match to win.
Andre Miller's daily schedule is a schedule that others might not be able to handle. He handles it like an All-American, and that makes him this week's Friday's hero. Andre's actually undefeated this year because the one match that he lost came when he wrestled out of his weight class, so it's a minor technicality, and we want to wish him luck the rest of this season. In baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals say there is too much of a medical risk to pursue free agent catcher Lance Parrish, and another catcher, former Orioles catcher Rick Dempsey, has signed a one-year contract with the Cleveland Indians. Former Phillies pitcher Steve Carlton could also be headed for the state of Ohio. Reds general manager Bill Burgess told a Cincinnati newspaper today that there's definitely a mutual interest. Burgess says the two sides are still negotiating, but he thinks there's a good chance that the team would give Lefty a non-roster tryout. And when you're 42 years old, a non-roster tryout does sound pretty good. It would be Carlton's fourth team. He has 324 career wins with the Cardinals, Phillies, and Giants. Lock Haven has a new football coach tonight. He's the former offensive coordinator at Middle Tennessee. And when I tell you his name, you're not going to believe it. The new coach's name is Tom Jones, and I have no idea if he has any connection with the famous singer that brought us such hits as Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow and Delilah. But that is his name, Tom Jones. He's 35 years old. He has some good experience, too. He's the assistant coach at Tennessee, formerly Morehead State, where Phil Simms went to school, and Iowa State, and now he's the head man at Lock Haven, and we want to wish him luck. Finally, the World Boxing Association says it will sanction the Mike Tyson Bone Crusher Smith heavyweight fight. That is scheduled for March 7th in Vegas, only if the fight is held under WBA rules. That would be next month. James Bone Crusher Smith and Mike Tyson. Tom Jones. I couldn't resist that.
You must be a fan if you remember the names of the songs.
I was trying to think of that first song. Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow.
That's
yeah,
close.
I think I remember that.
I think that's it.
I think it's a day for the Jones boys myself, however. Because when Newswatch 16 continues, we'll talk about a businessman who's in love with trains.
We'll look into the future with a modern-day Casey Jones and who wants to expand his railroad.
Picture this, a cozy single, a spacious double, or a picturesque modular from Laurel Run Homes. The home of your dreams is at Laurel Run right now. Browse through Laurel Run's 3 big locations in Wilkes-Barre, Wyalusing, and Dalton. See over 50 homes, including pre-owned, in stock for immediate setup. Now is the best time ever to buy your new home. Stop by Laurel Run Homes or call Collect 825-2222.
Your Cadillac Super Network dealer and I challenge you. We know that Cadillac outsells all the European high-priced group cars. Mercedes, Volvo 700, BMW, and Porsche combined. And we know that Cadillac's DeVille series, either the coupe or sedan, was last year's bestseller. This is why we feel you should experience the unique contemporary spirit of Cadillac. Accept the Vermeil Challenge. Drive the 1987 Cadillac coupe or sedan DeVille today. The Northeast Pennsylvania Cadillac Super Network dealer in Carbondale is Hornbeck Cadillac. In Hazleton, Wright Cadillac. In Lock Haven, McIntyre Cadillac. And in Sunbury, it's Streffler Cadillac.
Finally tonight, a group of economic and government leaders in central Pennsylvania wants to keep things on track. The group, known as CEDACOG, has put in a bid to buy 15 miles of Conrail track that serves the Shamokin area. The plan is to keep rail service in the Northumberland County area after Conrail abandons the line this summer. A businessman has high hopes of using the line. Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini hopped a train in Berks County today to find out how the Shamokin line might be run.
Andy Muller is living what for most of us was a childhood dream. He gets to run the train, his train. The one-time gold dealer from nearby Virginville has turned an abandoned Berks County rail line into the Blue Mountain and Reading Railroad. The line provides regular freight service and weekend steam train excursions between Hamburg and the Reading area. Muller's love for trains and a belief in their future makes him say he will do whatever is necessary to become CEDACOG's contracted operator of the Shamokin line.
First of all, we're looking at quite a bit of coal traffic. We're hoping that we can improve the area's economy by moving a lot of rail cars, improve the service, and make it better for the area. But in the long run, we're looking to run steam trains from Reading to Shamokin. That's our long-term goal.
The future for the Shamokin line, freight-wise, is brighter with a small operator than with giant Conrail.
Well, short lines have a big advantage in what you can say is sort of the personal touch. We're small. We can go right to the shipper. There's only one phone number to call if there's a problem. We're right there.
Loads come and loads go. The old Pennsylvania Railroad line is alive again. Andy Muller would like to do for Shamokin what he has done for these rails.
If all goes well, and that's still a big if, first Blue Mountain and Reading trains could be running on the Shamokin line sometime in early July. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, along the Blue Mountain and Reading line in Berks County.
And congratulations to the engineer. He waves at the kiddies. Isn't that nice? That's Newswatch 16 for Friday.
Be sure to join us tonight on Newswatch 16 Update at 11 when Jerry Gortenberg will solve a problem that was put on the back burner.
For the team, thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.
When you see news in the making, Newswatch 16 wants to hear from you. Call 1-800-533-NEWS, toll-free from anywhere in Pennsylvania. Call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-800-533-NEWS.